Very well, welcome back to Let's Play Xenogears. Last time we fought off ID and we accepted a fistful of memories and we saw all the memories of the past phase personalities and the memories of all of his personalities, and now we talked about with the wave existence of what we have to do. We have to destroy Deus to free the wave existence and free Ellie of the spell that ties her to Deus. And now Dad! Dad, are you okay? Dad, I'm sorry. This is all my fault. Faye? You returned to your own self. You've become one. Yes, thanks to you all. If all of you can add and call out to me. Dad. Don't worry. This is good. This is, after all, Dad? You and I must become one. Huh? Graf? What's going on? I reached the limit of the body I possessed on that day 3 years ago. I required a body that would tide me over until your true awakening. That is why I acquired the body of your father. Regardless of your awakening, your merging, and the inherited memories you had acquired. There was no way for you to know of this, since you had lost your memory at that point. At the point in which I merged with your father. Impossible! What about Wiseman? What about father? Of course they were just parts of me. I couldn't hold on to Khan totally. His ego was far stronger than I imagined. When my control weakened, he showed himself to you as Wiseman. You have awakened. This body is now useless to me. Now I must return to my original body, the reincarnation of my body that you inhabit. Stop it, Dad! I hear you, Faye. You see, he and I are one. I'm Khan, Khan is me. He has become one with me, so you two should open your heart and unite with me. Then we can go on to eliminate everything. No, I can't allow you to control me. Protecting your master? Then so be it. I'll merge with both you and your machine then. Come now, Faye, fight me. It's no use. I know you're Lacan and that you're a part of me. But that doesn't change you being my father. I could never really fight you. You're so naive. Why don't you understand that your naivety is what killed Sophia? What killed your mother, Karen? I already know that. That's why I swore never to run away again. That I must rescue Ellie. So don't get in my way. Wake up. Open your eyes, father. Lacan. If that's the case, then fight me. Fight me. I can't. I see. Then there's no choice. Since you're so unwilling to fight, I believe I'll have to use them as bait. Stop it. Don't we have the same memories? Can't you also remember that sadness you felt way back then? Why then? Why must you destroy everything? If we stop Deus, won't this all be over? You still don't understand, even after your contact with the existence. I came to understand after my contact with the existence, that even if Deus was destroyed, as long as humans still inhabit this land, Myung, alien will be born time again and again, then all living things may as well perish along with Deus itself. That's the only path to freedom. The path to release us from the eternal cycles of life, the tragedies of history, and the spell of fate. Once I awaken Deus as a weapon, I'll obliterate all living things. Then I'll use your awakened self and that machine to return everything to nothing. That's what I concluded. Myung and Eliam are not just Deus' mouthpieces. That woman is his main body. Why can't you see that? That's not true. She gave her life for me by shielding me from harm. Her eyes weren't Myung's. Mother came back at the last moment. Myung, Mother, even Ellie, we're all humans born on this planet. Deus doesn't matter. You'll see. I'll bring Ellie back. Father, no. Graf, Lacan. If you won't back down, never. Then I have no choice. The time has come to truly become one. Hell yeah, let's do this! It's true health all over again, except now is stupidly weak. I mean, come on. 400 damage, and we are now in Xenogears, the ultimate gear. And look at that. Hyper mode 99%, you read that right. We can go into hyper mode anytime we want. Of course, there's like that 1% chance of not entering it, but still, it's very low that you're probably not even going to see it. I've seen it once. Actually, I should booster. It's a one-on-one fight. I should booster. Yeah, you keep doing that. It's a very easy fight. It's basically like a scripted fight. You're supposed to win this. And by the way, once you enter hyper mode, there will be no stopping you. Trust me. Xenogears, this gear is the ultimate damage dealing machine that you'll ever find in this game. There's nothing can stand up on his way. And you can even tell if you entered hyper mode or not, because you will grow a wing, those white wings over there. That's just the only gear that you can tell if you entered hyper mode. And now that we're at back level infinity, oh, we don't have our final attack with no level 70. Well, that's weird. Well, let's go for Rakosho X. They are so great in this form. Look at this. Bam! 6,000 damage. I love it. Let's go for Goten X. Man, you haven't even seen this circle attack. That's even more over the top. Let's go for another one. Bam, bam, slap up. Slap that gear in the face. No. Ugh. Why don't you finish me off? If you don't get rid of me, then you cannot get what you want. It's alright, Dad. I understand. You're not Graf. You're my father. You and Graf are one. Your will and purpose never change. I knew that once we fought, but let's stop now. Our objective should be the same. It is the same as you're becoming one. We don't have to fight. What? My body? Zohar is after you, the last piece to combine with Dio's system. It seeks to unify with you, the first to have been divided from it. What? This is what Lacan wanted all along. After all, I'm an imperfect assistant. It was inevitable that it would come to this, considering what had happened in the past. Lacan's imperfect secondary contact with the wave existence split his personality into two. Eventually his body died, but the original Lacan transmigrated, bringing the destiny of becoming a contact with him. He was reborn as your present body. The remaining persona, just his desires, lived on separately by possessing the bodies of others. That is Graf. That is me. I may have inherited Lacan's will, but I'm not the same as the contact Lacan. It is impossible for me to make real contact. There would be no true melding and release. Even though our bodies may be different, I'm still half of you. That fact remains. Although I'm imperfect, I can merge temporarily with Zohar, and thus may be able to buy you some time. This is the only way I can become one with you. This is all I can do. Your system will start to look for you again. Before then, you have to destroy the newly perfected Deus and this Zohar modifier. You're the only one that can destroy the physical barrier that encases God's body. Dad! As you said, that was a Karen. Through many generations, Miang is beginning to break free from her bounds. Now that Helium has merged with Deus, she has all of her memories back. All the memories from her original birth as the contest complement up to her current transmigration. That includes all of the lives she has lived as Miang and her substitutes over the centuries. And of course that includes your mother's memories too. Mother's memories. Faye, cut away all the binds of mankind. You should be able to do that now. Save her and all the other women bound with her. I'm begging you, Faye. What's this? This pendant. Is this Sophia's or my mother's? It's nothing. I'm just talking to myself. I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused everyone. Thank you all so much. Anyway, let's get going. There's a little time left now. For me and for our planet. What is this place? This is where it all started. This is our genesis. Humans were born here. Long ago, Deus crash landed on this planet in an interplanetary colony ship. In order to revive itself someday, Deus detached the Zohar modifier's core. After this core unit came down here, a single woman awoke and arose from out of it. She's the mother of all humanity. After she awoke, she used all of her power to bear several beings. Those will become the ancestors of the whole of humanity. These were the Emperor and the Gods of Ministry. Finally, she gave birth to replicas of herself to be humanity's caretakers. Two selves, the human mother and the weapon. The subject and the complement. That is Ellie and Myung. I, the sole survival from the colony ship, met Ellie and everything started from there. The land of Genesis, Kadomani. This is that place. Yeah, but Faye, even with your shared fate with Deus, why do you have such ancient memories? Usually, human memories cannot be passed down through the generations. Humans do not normally have the ability to compress and store memories in their entrance. But Ellie and I, and Myung, are different. Due to our connection with the wave existence, that is, due to Zohar's ability to change possible phenomena, we can clearly store data in our entrance. In other words, we can leave behind memories to be inherited by our descendants. Just as the wave existence is bound inside of Zohar, the information is affixed to me, so to speak, by some of the power of the wave existence. Then this is the form from which when Ellie and Myung were still one being. This is the first woman of our world. Our mother. So if we destroy that Zohar thing, everything will be over, right? Yes. The source of our ether powers and the source of our power for the generators that make our gears work. It all comes from the Zohar modified engine which can control any potential phenomena. If we destroy it, Deus and the Seraph Angels will all be deactivated. And then we should also be able to free Ellie, who has become bound to the Deus weapon system as Myung. Right, Faye? Yeah, that's what the wave existence said. But then there is the downside. It will also mean that we will no longer be able to use our gears or our ether powers anymore. What are those Seraph's Angels all about anyway? That odd appearance as if they lack something, as if they were neither living beings nor mere weapons. Zohar senses the human consciousness and incarnates the Seraphs. Human consciousness? Zohar itself involves the principle of uncertainty. The observer's perception of Zohar determines the entity it actually becomes. In other words, I believe that those angels are incarnations of the spirits of people. The people who have been absorbed by Deus to become parts of it. So what merit is there for them to gain in eliminating all of civilization? Is it some kind of hatred for those humans who have survived? Of course not. Those people who were created and assimilated as part for Deus would not have such intentions. Try to remember what Ellie, when she became young, said. The creations of God will someday be a hindrance. That is why they must be eliminated. Yes, that is why Merkava is being used to begin the destruction. But Deus is not following its programming of exterminating all of civilization. The Seraphs, which are terminal interface weapons of Deus, are using their bodies composed of nanomachines to absorb massive numbers of people, regardless of whether they're dead or alive. It's not discriminating between the mutant and the non-mutant people. This is highly peculiar. The fact that the people who are meant to be destroyed are being taken in as well. That is the absolute opposite of what it's supposed to be doing. Maybe there aren't enough parts? That is unlikely. Aside from those bodies that were destined to be parts of it, Deus, who has already acquired the abilities of the nanomachines, can just about use any material to construct his body. It's obvious that it has other intentions in mind. Those intentions, Krillin has called Deus the Mother. If God is the Mother, then those mothers are coming from the Great Mother, impeding the growth of his child, enveloping it, to bring the child back to the womb to become one with it. That is his motive. Such a program does not exist within its design, though. It was probably given this unique will by someone, either from Ellie who was merged with the Deus, or... Either way, it doesn't change the fact that we have to fight. Regardless of what their intentions are, the problem is how we're supposed to deal with them. You think we can do it in our current state? The secret battleship Excalibur will also take part in the final battle. Additionally, the military potential of all the surface forces will assemble here. Even if we can put together a massive force, we still have the problem with the main armament of the Merkava. We need to know how to take that out, as long as we don't do that. Merkava's ultra-long-range cannon has the ability to vaporize any substance. On top of that, they have a barrier around their perimeter that nullifies all attacks. We fought against the Merkava many times to try to stop his onslaught. However, we cannot even get close, hence we have to withdraw every time. Damn it, no matter how much we want to save Heli, if we can't get inside the Merkava, it's meaningless. To add to that, there's the problem of those Seraphs. They function as the terminal interface's weapon for close defense. I can easily say that their attack power is equivalent to the Xenogears class. They even have the regenerative ability due to the nanomachines. Don't be concerned about that. I was able to obtain some data from Xenogears. You see, Xenogears has mutagenically evolved due to its contact with Zahar. Using that data, all of your new gears ought to be completed soon. Additionally, all the other weapons and armaments are being modified to implement the disassembler device. Disassembler device. In contrast to the nano-assemblers, which create matter to repair with, the disassemblers have the ability to dismantle or destroy matter. They can even deactivate the nanomachines' restoring ability by disintegrating their repair programs. This should be sufficiently effective even against the Deus Seraphs. Alright, even if we can deal with the angels, just how are we gonna deal with that Merkava? We can't even get close to the thing. There is no such thing as a perfect defense. There is a way. Look over here. Merkava's main gun requires a 1.2 seconds interval to reload because of its tremendous output. Upon firing, although it is only sectional, there will be a portion of the barrier that will be opened. There's a 1.87 second delay before the barrier reforms in that area. If we can use this window of time to target and destroy that cannon, it will be possible to close in on it. If we can get close enough, we can break through with gravitational spatial correction. Well, this is the rough idea. Unfortunately, we don't have such a long-range cannon that could acquire target in such a brief time frame. So what you're saying is that we need to shut that annoying cannon up, right? You want to go ahead on into Merkava? Now you're being reckless again. That's suicide. Now listen, we're not going to just rush in. The Yggdrasil 4 and its Excalibur are also equipped with barriers. That's what we'll use. Although only for a short time, we can withstand a direct hit from Merkava's main cannon. Then we can close in and watch for that part of the barrier to go down and then destroy the cannon. How long will our barrier last? About 20 or so seconds. That's all? It wouldn't matter how fast we fly. In that amount of time, we'll be without a barrier before we can get within firing range. And those numbers are valid only for the generators at full drive, right? You can only get those numbers if we sacrifice all other output and propulsion. I'm not suggesting we go in with guns blazing knowing we're gonna lose. We're going to physically put a lid on it, directly. As you've said, the Yggdrasil 4 or Excalibur's barrier can't sufficiently defend against Merkava's attack. At least with one generator, that is. Meaning? Meaning we can defend against the Merkava with twice the amount of time, 40 seconds, if we couple the two generators together. This way we can make it into the heart of Merkava. Then what about the propulsion? Just hear me out. This is what we do. First we transform my Yggdrasil into heavy assault mode and load it into the Excalibur so we can couple the generators. By doing that, we can reduce the energy usage down to just supporting the hull of the ship and generating the barrier. This will allow most of the energy to be devoted to generating the barrier. Next, shift the barrier to full front and focus it to a single point where their main cannon will make its strike. Now for movement. First off, we develop a barrier by engaging Excalibur generator to maximum power. For propulsion during that time, we'll install in the Yggdrasil those large solid rockets we got from the ruins of the mass driver. When Excalibur's barrier expires, we'll use the Yggdrasil's 4 generator to develop a barrier. Then we'll also detach the solid rockets and shift the Excalibur into conventional flight. Using this method, we can get right in Merkava's face. After it fires, it will be defenseless. During this time, we'll block the muzzle of Merkava's cannon with Excalibur's bow ram, upon which we should have 0.67 seconds. With the cannon fire of the Excalibur, we'll destroy the Yggdrasil's force slave generator and incapacitate the Merkava along the way, and then we break through. That's what the plan is all about. The combination of the barriers of both ships, storming the Merkava, the timing of the cannon fire of the Excalibur, these are all going to be crucial. Mess up any of these and the consequences are going to be severe. Hence, it'll be necessary to have both crews in sync with each other. That's why I'd like to place Sig in command of the Excalibur. I have no qualms with that. What do you think, Wynn? Will you lend us your battleship? Since there appears to be no other alternative, let us go with that. Please use it as you see fit. But are we not cutting it uncomfortably close? When you calculate the arrival time and the barrier generation time, you will see what I mean. One minor mishap will put us in a situation where we could run out of barrier power before our arrival. Also, we will be devoting both generators to keeping the barriers up. Won't that leave us without perimeter defenses? We won't stand a chance if we get engaged by the Seraph's Angel on our way to Merkava. We'll hold them off. You can count on us. You guys just concentrate on taking out the main cannon. Thanks. We're depending on you. Already, everywhere else has been taken out. This is the only place that's left. This is going to be the true final battle. I will have to disagree, Faye. The real final battle won't happen in like a few episodes, but well, let's go with that. We set out to silence God's Ark Merkava, which was the epitome of offensive and defensive power, and then storm inside it. We initiated the operation to destroy Zohar. Are we getting a safe front? Oh, no, we're not. But we're very close to the end of all this, by the way. That can't be. A secondary explosion? Oh no, I should have known better. What a miscalculation. The explosion was too big. It reacted with the main condenser right under the main cannon and induced a secondary explosion. How could I have been so stupid? You mean we overdid it? Why did I not realize it sooner? This means we might have... Oh no, Ellie! Oh my gosh, Ellie! What is it this time? Hey, Satan, what more is going to happen? Something is happening in the center of Merkava. What could it be? At that time, the earth quaked and shook, and from the location where the Merkava crashed, a giant object appeared. It was Dio's final form. The Merkava was merely his vessel. Dios evolved through the use of Kryllin's nanomachines into a planetary-scale weapon and began terraforming. He was attempting to convert this entire planet into a weapon. We retreated back to the base at the snow plains to form a new strategy. We decided to go back into Dios. Time was running out for us. And finally, after hours and hours of Disc 2, it's time to go back to Disc 1 pace. We will now finally be able to run around, explore the world as we see fit. If you reach this point, well, congratulations. Now the game is gonna be a lot more interesting. I'm gonna save the game, of course. Yeah, I'll overwrite file 1, I don't care. And I'll cut things off here, because next time we will explore the entirety of this base, see what things we can do, what things are available to us, and plan out the rest of our journey, because it's basically coming to a close, but there's still a few things to do. Well, that being said, I'll see you guys next time.